Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing great. I want to share with you my version of this CDJ 1000 New Life project. So I will present you the functionalities of the player and maybe I will speak about the choices I've made to finish with this type of thing you can see right now. So yeah, let's jump into it. So first things first, you need an SD card. So basically you will insert it in your computer and then you will sync all your library with Recordbox. One thing that is important is that the player in his actual form, it can only read WAV files. So you need to convert the MP3 files to WAV format. Fortunately, I have a small script that I developed, like wave converter. It allows me to quickly convert to wave a song in MP3, like this one. And yeah, after that you import it in Recordbox. You do all the hot cues, etc. You order the track like you want it, and then you export to the SD card, and you are good to go. So next, you take the SD card, you insert it in the SD card slot. This is not the original SD card slot that the 1000 MK3 comes with. It's just an extension cable from the STM that goes inside the housing to the bottom of the player, so I can easily swap SD card. So yeah, after that you need to start the CDJ, and as you can see, it will load all the tracks exported from Recordbox, and then you can begin to play songs. So now if I present you the interface, we have the SD card that appears, and you can enter in your playlist. You can find all the tracks that you had on Recordbox in the same order. You can navigate with the buttons here and here. You can tag some tracks that will appear in tag list here. You can have some info about the tracks like BPM, K. What I added was a bit of redundancy. For example, when I'm in a track like this, I touch the back button, it goes to the browse menu, like this. What I also added is the ability to validate with the MIDI button here. So I can enter tracks with the MIDI button. Why? Because sometimes the knob, it feels a bit sleepy, so it's validating a step when you press and you don't choose the correct track you wanted to choose. So what I did is added the MIDI button as the validation, so it solved the issue. One thing that you can do also is, and I added it, you can mark a track as played. For example, if you have two CDJs that are with the new kit, you can now mark track as played, like this, so you don't play it again on the other CDJ. And of course, when you play a track, when you load a track, it marks it as played, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so basically the user interface. Here you have the settings. I've added a couple of things. I will be able to speak about it later. Like example, the hot cue styles. I added the functionalities of the CDJ 3000. When you hold the hot cue like this, it's playing. And I've added also an EQ, so you can adjust the EQ here in the utility setting, volume, etc., etc. Yeah, all the settings they do save to the SD card. So it will create a CFG file on the SD card. And so when you turn off the player and you turn it on again, it should load all your settings. Yeah. We'll do the test. Yeah, it loaded it correctly. Yeah. So basically, this is the user interface. Let's jump into the player itself. Okay, so let's jump into the functionalities of this CDJ player as it is right now with the New Life kit implemented and the software also reworked a bit. So let's begin with this left side functionalities. So if I load a track, I go to hot queue that you can listen. So the hot queue is super reactive, as you can see. And when you press play, it will continue to play the track. Here you have a functionality I've implemented. It's the quick search to quickly jump across the track with the search button. You can go backwards also. Track search to switch tracks. It goes super fast. When it's a bit slower, it's because it's a 48 kilohertz track. So yeah.
Are you on your way?
Yeah, so basically really fast. Here you have the reverse with the sleep reverse functionality. Yeah, here you have the hot cues. So as I was explaining, you can add up to 8 hot cues. We'll just load the track with 8 hot cues so you can see this one. I have 8 data parameters. So you can jump between the banks with the rec mod button. So yeah, and it will jump to the correct hot cues. Also while playing, so yeah, so that's it. Basically, when you load a new track or you'll reload the track, it will go back to the A, B, C, the first 3 hot cues. Next is the alternative functionality for the hot cues. So just to show you, so I've implemented the CDJ 3000 functionality, and you can switch in the utility setting. So right now, the hot cues, when I press them, they will, and the track is not playing, they will play the track like a cue, like a normal cue. So if I go back, like this. And if I press play, I press the cue. It's difficult with one hand, but I will try to press to hold this hot cue and press play, and it continues. You see? And if I press the hot cue while playing, it plays like normal. So that's for the hot cues, for the loops. Okay, so next for the loops, I've tried to re-implement the original functionalities of the CDJ, like the loop adjuster when you click on out, for example, and you use the jog. And I've tried to implement the CDJ 2000 functionality with the loop divider, so I will show you right now. Loop adjust with the jog. Okay, and loop divider. Okay, next the touch vinyl and touch break. So it works like the original one. The jog is not affected by the touch break, but it is affected by the relays loop. So if I do this, we'll see that it stops right away, even if it's max, and it starts again really slowly. Okay, this is a bit. I guess it depends how much you press on the jog. Those type of functionalities, I think it was, I didn't touch them, so I think it was on the software that was developed by Andrei himself. So I'm not that familiar with this, but yeah. You have the CDJ mode, which does not jog as a vinyl, and the correct vinyl mode. You have here the tempo, like usual. You can go to white. It will be really white. Maybe I need to adjust it so it goes to 0, I don't know. Next, you don't have a master tempo on the player. This has been replaced by the sleep mode. Sleep mode has been implemented by Andrei himself on the original firmware. So it's really a nice addition. It's awesome, honestly. Yeah, tempo reset is working, so you can see it's working great, and yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, so just quickly one thing that I've added, just for fun, I guess, is the effect mode. I have implemented 3 effects: delay, high pass filter, and low pass filter. The 2 filters, they're working like not really well because the audio interface on the STM is not really powerful. But the delay effect is working really well. I will show it to you. I activate it with this button. It adds a lot of room and space in the sound. I can adjust the setting here with the jog, so the delay is more pronounced or less. You can hear it now. High pass filter, I need to enable. I mean, it can be useful, but honestly, it's not that great, except for the delay. So I've chosen to enable it or disable it, disable them in the menu. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it, guys, for the functionalities. Maybe in another video I will explain the hardware, all the choices I've made regarding the hardware, for the housing, what I did for the PCBs, etc., etc. If you're interested, so it can be nice to explain it, and maybe in future video I can explain and show you how to build one of them. It can also be interesting. I think when I started this project, there was not so many things online around it, so I had to design myself, and I asked a few questions to Andrei, but I had to make most of them myself. So maybe it's nice if I explain how I did, where I struggled with it, and if you want to try and test to do it yourself, to build it yourself, maybe it could be nice. So yeah, maybe in the next video I will explain how I build them, show you everything from start to finish, to transform one of the original player to something like this, as you can see. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.